सबसे पहले तो बिग थैंक यू टू द एंटायर टेस्ट पब्लिक फॉर सेलिंग आउट द 200th एपिसोड इन 1.5 days. मतलब like insane. So thank you firstly and sorry we were actually intending to do a much bigger show. हम लोग थोड़ा ऑडिटोरियम वो सब देख रहे थे लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली इन द टाइम दैट वाज अवेलेबल नहीं था. बट हम और शोज करेंगे Jan 24 से और बहुत कुछ होने वाला है तो हम सब बताएंगे. बट फॉर नाउ थैंक यू and really excited to see you guys on the 17th for 200th episode. तो हाँ जी बताइए क्या चल रहा है.
मैं सोया नहीं हूँ 2 दिन से.
क्यों?
बहुत काम है.
Oh, I thought मच्छर.
वो legit problem
अरे
है.
तू टाइम पे बंद करना खिड़की, नहीं होता है मच्छर.
नहीं नहीं guys, everybody stop the press. Kautuk, please.
Yeah,
say,
dude, this.
Say.
I think he's making commission. This is not even a branded deal, but I think he's making money on the side. He's not telling us.
कौतुक एक नया ब्रांड खोलने वाला है ऑफ मच्छर जाली बिकॉज आई हैव नेवर सीन एनीबॉडी दिस एक्साइटेड फॉर मच्छर जाली. उस दिन घर पे आया था, आधा घंटा बात किया भाई.
ब्रो उसने मेरे को फोन पे आधा घंटा पकाया, फिर घर पे जाके मेरे को आधा घंटा दिखाया. ये देख ओपन क्लोज लाइक अ डेमोन्स्ट्रेटिव सेल्समैन.
कौतुक, why don't you tell the uninitiated what you are so excited about?
Okay, so very quickly, I have to give you little bit backstory. Okay, so where we live in Andheri, there's literally mangroves. Okay, so there's always machhar all the time. Okay, no matter what I've done in my life, there's always been machhar, and it's that annoying machhar that comes like right inside your ear, in the night, and it wakes you up, right? So yeah, and you can never get it. You're just slapping yourself for no reason, just full. So anyway, so the point is 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago I was at a cousin sister's house, and so in this house she had the thing that my mind got blown. She had a machhar jali, but it was a pleated one, which I've never seen in my life. So what I mean is that I've seen the variation where you put it on, like it fits on top of your
Velcro.
Yeah, the Velcro one that sits on top of your entire window. I've seen the one where it's a regular this thing, but there's one panel that is a mosquito net. I've never seen a pleated one. I'd never seen it. Okay, till that day. And when I saw it, like it just solved an existential problem. I felt lighter in my soul. I can't tell you.
Also knowing Kautuk about how uninitiated and how lazy this guy is, the fact that between the cousin's house and the putting it up in his own house, that window was what, less than a month, less than 3 weeks?
A week.
Yeah, which is unreal.
I can almost imagine Kautuk every evening just sitting, shutting the machhar jali and looking at the machhar who's trying to come in and is banging against the thing and going back. Kautuk देख के हंस रहा है कि साले घर पे नहीं आ पाएगा.
Kautuk is just like, yeah, fuck you, like.
So after I have installed it, then I have spent at least 2 hours, okay, on YouTube saying how to clean mosquito net pleated.
And what is you have to throw water.
If you have water or brush or air dryer. These are the 3 things that you do.
And if you don't want machhar and you don't want to put the jali, basically what you have to do is what Baba and I do is 5 बजे से 8 बजे तक खिड़की बंद रखने का, क्योंकि वो टाइम पे मच्छर डिसाइड करते हैं कि कहाँ जाने वाले. ठीक है, 5 से 8 खिड़की बंद रखो और फिर 8 बजे खोल तो मच्छर नहीं आएगा.
I'm sorry Thakur, I don't know which मच्छर these are जो तेरा 5 से 8 का वर्किंग टाइमिंग्स है इनका, क्योंकि मेरे इधर तो ये नहीं सुनते.
अरे no, because Kautuk, by then they have decided which houses they want to go into.
उन लोगों ने ऑलरेडी डिसाइड कर लिया है कि किसका खून पीने वाले आज.
And there is always one guy who's probably slower जो 8:30 बजे आ रहा है, but वो इतना आलसी है कि वो तेरे पे बैठेगा तो टैक करके मार सकता है.
और उसका जो जॉय है ना भाई, एक तो है तू मस्कीटो रैकेट से मार दे मच्छर खट और मैं वो दबा के रखता हूँ तो ना ऐसे वो have you seen a mosquito get electrocuted and literally evaporate?
Yes, like and the smell of that.
There is a smell, yeah.
That's the smell of sweet revenge. Sweet revenge. वो या तो फिर हाथ से, मैं मिस्टर मियागी है ब्रो मच्छर के मामले में, मैं तो मार देता है.
This is also there now, like the racket ka thing, man. There is this one satisfaction that you get, but also like it's the part of the skill also ना कि मैंने ऐसा बैकहैंड लेके मारा है
कि मैं फेडरर है. ब्रो
थोड़ा
तुम
सा
लोग बिलीव नहीं करोगे, निकिता also doesn't believe me when I tell her this, but एक बार मैं बेड पे था और मच्छर था, मैंने लात मारा है मच्छर को, and I swear I've seen it fall. Nobody believes me, bro. Nobody believes me.
Because Varun Thakur, what are the chances?
Exactly, there are very minuscule chances, but it happened. I actually kicked a mosquito to death. I did it. Anyway, चलो हो गई बहुत मच्छर की बातें, चालू करते हैं एपिसोड. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Internet Set. So, a show we take random historical facts, and stories, and we talk about it. And boys, तुमने देखी कि नहीं? Animal. नहीं देखा?
मैं 2 दिन से सोया नहीं है.
I was recovering from Tiger 3.
तू 2 दिन से सोया नहीं है क्योंकि तूने एनिमल देखा?
नहीं, क्योंकि मैं नहीं है, टाइम ही नहीं है, नहीं देखा.
मैं काफी बोर्ड था थोड़े दिन पहले, तो मैं ऐसे दोपहर के शो में चले गया जस्ट देखने के लिए कि क्या है 700 करोड़ क्यों है.
मेरे को सैम मानेकशॉ देखना है यार.
मेरे को भी देखना है ब्रो, कोई आने के लिए रेडी नहीं है. एनिमल के लिए पब्लिक आ रहा है, इसके लिए नहीं आ रहा है.
एक मिनट, 700 करोड़ बनाया क्या एनिमल?
अबे देख, एक तो ना एट दिस पॉइंट आई डोंट इवन नो व्हाट टू बिलीव, व्हाट नॉट टू बिलीव.
बट व्हाट वी आर सेइंग इज एनिमल इज अ हिट.
वी आर नॉट सेइंग इट इज. It has made a lot of money. Sandeep Reddy Vanga is cutting the critics out by holding wads of cash against his ears like that.
But to be fair, Baba, if Animal had flopped, we would have seen one headline that said "Animal goes extinct" for sure.
Yeah,
nobody would have written that because Nihat Kazmi is no longer alive, so nobody would have the value to be able to write that.
Please tell who is Nihat Kazmi.
Nihat Kazmi used to be a Times of India, what's it called, movie journalist, movie reviewer in the early 90s. Very reputable, very respectable. Anyway, yeah. Sorry. So I don't know why I know these things, but
because you're old. That's why you know. There's no like. Why are you so shocked? Why you know Nihat Kazmi is who used to write reviews in the early 90s. बाबा अर्ली 90s से रिव्यूज पढ़ रहा है. मतलब लिटरली बाबा ने ऐसे खुदा गवा का रिव्यू पढ़ा कि हे 4 stars और फिर डिसाइड किया कि जाओ कि
खुदा गवा was what year? 90?
Should be around that time only. I don't know.
91 I would have been 11, so maybe not.
I don't know. Why don't you go through all the Nihat Kazmi review cutouts that you have in?
I'm a big fan. But
anyway, I will tell you.
But I'm saying I would have also, to be honest, I would have also felt bad if Animal hadn't done well. I don't know the context of the movie. I haven't seen it and all of that. But the reason is because I think Ranbir owed us a hit. Like I think he owed us a hit. I think.
Why?
Calm down, Nikat. 1 second. What do you mean? Ranbir owed us a hit?
Like I mean, he's got potential. He's very good, and like I think that I felt bad. I felt bad.
किया ना ब्रह्मास्त्र किया ना.
Brahmastra, no way. I mean, you look at after Brahmastra, 2-3 of his movies have really not done.
Well,
Shamsher, like that Shamshera, is that it? Shamshera, was that it?
Yeah, that was shit.
But that was before Brahmastra.
Yeah, that was much earlier. Anyway, point being, you have not watched Animal. I watched Animal, and I can tell you that the movie hasn't made 600, 700, how many ever crores. It's the trailer. Because they watched the movie and they said, "Bhai, public को चुतिया बनाना पड़ेगा." ठीक है? Because run time of the movie is 4 days. 4 days. ठीक है? ऐसे 3.5 घंटे का पिक्चर है. और अगर तू पीवीआर में देख रहा है, मतलब तेरा हाफ डे इज गॉन. 2:40 का शो था. मूवी चालू हुई 3:10 को. 6 बजे इंटरवल हुआ. बाय द टाइम मूवी खत्म होके आई जुदिए, मैं बूढ़ा हो गया था. कुछ भी चल रहा है. ठीक है? ट्रेलर, तू अगर ट्रेलर देखा तुम लोग ने, ट्रेलर इज वेल डन, इट्स वेल कट. उसमें तो म्यूजिक दिखा, लाइक ओ फक, रणबीर कुछ हार्डकोर एक्टिंग कर रहा है. उसका एक्टिंग खराब नहीं है, बट ये जो ट्रेलर में जो भी देखा है ना, उसके अलावा कुछ भी चल रहा है पिक्चर, कुछ भी. मतलब आई थॉट ही इज गोइंग डाउन द कोरियन रिवेंज ड्रामा थ्रिलर वाला वाइब में. लाइक 4-5 चीज अच्छा है मूवी में, एक्शन सीक्वेंस, बैकग्राउंड स्कोर, ये वो 1-2 जगह पे अच्छा है, बट उसके अलावा ब्रो आई डोंट नो व्हाट द फक वाज गोइंग ऑन इन द मूवी.
एनिमल्स
कुछ भी. बाय द वे सीक्वल आ रहा है, सॉरी स्पॉइलर अलर्ट, उसका सीक्वल के लिए भी ओपनिंग छोड़ा है.
देयर इज अ पोस्ट क्रेडिट.
बट एनिमल्स का सीक्वल थोड़ी आएगा अभी. आ तो सकता है 7.5 whatever 700.
इट्स अ पोस्ट क्रेडिट.
Thakur, you're telling me that after this movie, he hasn't resolved his daddy issues.
No, now there is
Then there are
some
more
more.
chacha
There
issues.
are the consequences of Ranbir having daddy issues will be explored in the next,
But
because they've left an opening.
to be fair, you can do a full, like, you can never end this, right? Like, then Ranbir's kid has daddy issues.
Exactly.
Then his kid has. It's basically Star Wars.
सब चलते जा रहा है. अभी बनाते जाएगा. सीक्वल का नाम रखा है एनिमल पार्क.
नहीं,
आ जाओ,
नहीं,
आ जाओ.
सफारी नहीं रखा है, एनिमल
Park.
एनिमल पार्क. अरे दैट्स अ गुड आइडिया. तो वांगा को कर दे सजेस्ट भाई, एनिमल सफारी रखो, फिर एनिमल किंगडम करते जाओ. Bro, so like Ranbir is good in the movie. He's acted well and all of that. Anil Kapoor is just Anil Kapoor, where he's just slapping Ranbir throughout the movie. Literally, कुछ भी हुआ ना. I think Anil Kapoor का script खोला उसने और उस पे लिखा है Anil slaps Ranbir. Page turn, Anil slaps Ranbir. झापड़ मारते जा रहा है. Jodi, your son's a criminal. You know, Anil Kapoor है. Jodi, your son's a criminal. Yeah, son's a criminal.
Sons of criminal. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, but Jodi, your son's a criminal. उसका वो चल रहा है. और bro, you can't hear because the background music is so overbearing. And Rashmika Mandana is, I think, having Vimal throughout the movie because she just talks like this no matter what with daddy का रोग ये चालू है bro. मैं अपने दोस्त के साथ बैठ के तेरे को समझ रहा है क्या हो रहा है.
But why is she talking like that?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Anything is going on.
It's rage, Baba. It's just rage.
You know the biggest cheers. एक तो, you know, the thing is, you know who the misogynistic public in the theater is because एक scene आया, ठीक है, उसमें उसने कुछ एक misogynistic line बोल दिया, तो ऐसे चार लोग, you know, 4 guys are laughing कि अरे क्या लाइन बोला. आधा बाकी थिएटर चुप बैठा है, ये लोग हंस रहे, ठीक है. एक वो वाला है. दूसरा, anytime something like that, like even slightly misogynistic is coming, they are like, but the biggest applause came, not misogyny, but the biggest applause came when Bobby has come.
Oh man.
Suddenly public ताली, like resurgence of Bobby Deol. वो मूवी में 15 मिनट के लिए, bro, 11 मिनट के लिए कुछ तो. और
really, that's it.
Yeah, और वो he does, he's mute, so he's not speaking in the movie. He's there for 11 minutes. He comes at the very end. But his thing, people have got mad, like something weird
because
about
of
this.
Because of that song, no, that song.
That the song is good. Like couple of the songs and all are good. Some that action sequence is really good. Like एक पूरा pre-interval action sequence है, वो भी अच्छा है. But other than that, the movie is
Jamil Jamalo. Is it Iranian or Iraqi? I don't know. It's one of the two.
No idea. It's good.
Yeah,
But
it's good.
what a year the Deol brothers are having, huh? Gadar,
वो दोनों
Bobby Resurgence, Coffee with Karan, come on.
But the Bobby Resurgence. Oh, by the way, I saw the Coffee with Karan Sunny Deol Bobby Deol episode.
So bad. It was so bad.
The thing that has completely sort of like shaken me is that Sunny Deol collects teddy bears and soft toys, bro.
that was so weird. That was so weird. I was like, what? And the thing is, you know,
he's proud about it.
Likes
he's
it.
Very like, yeah.
And it was so endearing and weird at the same time. कि 2.5 किलो का हाथ 1.5 फुट का टेडी बेयर खरीद के घर पे रखा है.
So cute it was.
But
I was so totally shaken.
It's believable, yeah. Like he seems like he's a softie inside.
Like, yeah, like complete opposite of his like screen image.
Yeah. Apart from that, oh le.
Oh le na photo.
Lena photo. Apart from that one outburst, I feel like he's been such a gentle dude.
And I think that outburst was also, I think, warranted more than he must have had a really terrible day before that. And one guy must have really gone like, I want the perfect angle.
That is, by the way, Sunny Deol's reaction is what Baba feels inside. Anytime you ask him for a selfie or anything, like it's just Lena photo.
Nahin, mat lena photo.
No, I've changed, guys. I've changed. I'm a big fan of selfies.
Of selfies. चल इसको टिकट बेचने गए कोई शो के लिए, इसलिए सडन परिवर्तन.
नहीं अभी तक टिकट लिंक आया नहीं
आएगा तभी सेल्फी लेगा. But bro, you know one thing I realized while watching this movie, I think was it making the movie for making the movie? I think it was any and every criticism that he has gotten for Kabir Singh, which was
Oh,
also
he's
highly like debated, polar
Still not
opposite
seen.
reviews, and neither have I. I don't want to watch it. Whatever I've heard on seen trailers, I'm like, ugh, not interested. But I think this movie was him almost trying to say fuck you to like whoever has criticized him. Like, so the intention of the movie, because the movie has like it has like somewhat coherence, but like it just goes, it meanders, suddenly kuch ye ho jata hai, you don't connect to any of the characters. You're just like kya chal raha hai? And like creative liberty in movies, right? कि अरे ये वो नहीं है, ये इसका हम शक्ल है, मतलब ऐसे डाल दिया है कि हाँ चल ये नहीं है, वो ये हम शक्ल है, वो
okay.
नहीं उसका बॉडी डबल है, वो सब वाला कर रहे हैं.
Right.
You can clearly see thoda Tarantino inspo in terms of how he's done the action sequence, thoda background score. But like it's almost like, if for the last movie they told him that, oh, this thing that you said in the movie was misogynistic. He's doubled down on it. He's like, अच्छा वो लगा अभी तो ये देख. Because there's some like weird scenes where he's asked the girl to lick his shoe. Matlab this whole parading around this super alpha male. Matlab I can do anything because that's how alpha males are supposed to be. And you can hear there are janta in the audience जो ताली मार रहे हैं. Matlab the fact
Really?
that so some people are probably watching it because they like it. Some people have got like to see कि क्या है, what is the thing. ये करते 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 छाप लिया है bro. छाप लिया है.
Oh no, and tremendous buzz around the film. Tremendous buzz. Like truly, like outside PVR here, they had put one giant cutout of Ranbir. There was like the trailer has generated buzz. Bobby's like little like
But that's what I'm telling you. Like that, the benefits of cutting a good trailer is that you reel the audience in, people jump on it. You've not managed to get tickets and you see, अरे Friday, Saturday, Sunday 50-150 करोड़ ऐसे सब कमा लिया. शिट, मेरे को जाके देखना पड़े, देखूं तो क्या है. यही सीन में वो चलते जा रहे हैं. बट इतना से बोलने के बाद भी, bro, even this weekend it has made a fuck ton of money. Like
my question is this also going to happen with Dunki?
एक डंकी मतलब it's Shahrukh and Rajkumar.
That is what everyone's going to go with, right? That's what.
I'd be amazed if Dunki has the kind of violence that.
No. I meant numbers. I meant box office.
Oh yeah, numbers. Yeah.
But numbers तो bro by default यार हिरानी का कोई भी पिक्चर थोड़ी कम ये करता है. It's guaranteed like a one time feel good watch. I think most people will go to watch it as a palate cleanser. कि अरे भाई एनिमल देख के हिल गया, अभी चल कुछ देखा कॉमेडी वॉमेडी अच्छा वाला. थोड़ा डैडी इश्यूज को बाजू में रखो प्लीज, क्योंकि डैडी इश्यूज के नाम पे भाई कुछ भी कर रहा है. डैडी इश्यूज मारो इसको, डैडी इश्यूज, इसको डैडी इश्यूज यार. शिट यार कुछ भी. बड़ा रणबीर अच्छा एक्टिंग है.
Yeah, I feel like you can mint so much money on that one sentiment in this country, ना कि क्या आपका अपना डैड के साथ रिलेशनशिप खराब है, हाँ पिक्चर देखेगा, हाँ
चलो आ जाओ.
चल आ जा.
चलो हाँ तो भाई अगर सॉरी स्पॉयलर्स,
But would you recommend?
तुम लोगों ने
Okay, clearly you don't recommend.
I mean it's okay. Wait, अभी आ जाएगा ना OTT पे थोड़े टाइम में, तभी देख लो.
But okay, tell me one more thing. So worth asking you this question. So there are flawed characters, right? And flawed characters are fine. So what separates Ranbir in this film from other flawed characters?
I mean, it's the same. It's a variety or a hyper version of the same stuff you have seen somewhat before. I think if you should play a drinking game if you watch Animal.
Wow,
take a shot every time Ranbir says Papa. तुम लोग 15 मिनट जुतिया पहले 3-4 मिनट में तू हिल जाएगा कि भाई कितना पापा 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 तेरा, तू अपने पापा को भूल जाएगा ब्रो. इतना तेरे को दारू पीना पड़ेगा.
Collectively now Anil Kapoor is our dad.
Is our dad.
The whole country.
The thing that you're saying is fairly interesting now, that like we've seen it in some form and yet in some form or the other, and yet there is a place where it is being considered to be heavily misogynistic. And I think the answer to that is to say that it is terrible because I've not seen it, I think, but from the conversation is saying that it's terrible because there is because you're almost using influence to guide this behavior or give a credence to this behavior. But I think but I think movies don't necessarily give credence. But in this country, unfortunately, the influence that they have,
That's the thing.
yeah, the
That's the thing.
influence
But
that they
Manchu
have,
Dulia from Gangs of Wasseypur.
yeah, yeah.
जब तक
yeah,
सिनेमा है.
I mean, up till the point, like, yeah, it films come with a certain responsibility and all of that, but you can't say don't make this film. A person
Yeah,
is
yeah.
allowed to make whatever the hell it is they want to, no matter how morally
Corrupt
it
it is.
is
Yeah.
on. Yeah, like they want to make it, you have freedom of speech to make it. But yeah, like that's what I said, right? Like the movie could have still been a lot more to थोड़ा misogyny वो भी किया हुआ है sprinkle throughout तो उसको भी अगर निकाल if you focus like if it were a more of a character study on one person where see his a lot of his things come from how he has seen his parents behave or how he feels you know I think ये जो alpha male वाला इन लोगों ने किया ना they've just pushed it too far like there are times that it just wasn't necessary to be in my opinion other people might have other thing I think you could have just as well made it like a kick-ass revenge drama like maybe make it like 4 hours shorter than what it was you know because थोड़ा उसमें है stylistically है it's style over substance you know because slow motion में चल के सिगरेट पी रहा है मस्त बैकग्राउंड स्कोर चल रहा है तो देखने में अच्छा लग रहा है but what more you know like
Yeah. Like I haven't seen Animal, but so far my favorite movie, a Bollywood movie on daddy issues is Udan. By far. Like
वो क्या nuanced picture है भाई
great film.
You know, you've gone very so I'm not saying it should be that like this was a good angle of taking that sort of an issue and putting this full revenge gangster world
masala
on it you know masala to make it like fun देखने में मजा आ रहा है मारा मारी चालू
one
है
other
ये
thing I
वो
heard was that this is like a very heavily masalaed Godfather take कि
अरे वो ऐसे थाली खोल रहा है कि अरे थोड़ा इधर से थोड़ा इधर से थोड़ा इधर से और उसके अंदर वांगे का भरित
मस्त
एंड देन एनिमल पर हाँ ठीक है जाके देखो देखना है तो नहीं देखना है तो मत देखो
please let us know in comments if you have seen Animal and if you have seen
and why
also yeah
Tiger 3 मतलब has there ever been a more buzzless movie
that's true
it's so weird like you know usually we would also अरे भाई का पिक्चर है चलो थोड़ा उसका ये करेंगे but like Tiger 3 ना देखने का मन किया ना उसके बारे में बात करने का मन किया like it just came and went
yeah like we saw it I saw it with my parents so and we saw it because you know let's go see a movie and Tiger 3 was out so I was like oh wow perfect we'll take
Nobody said Tiger has gotten extinct surprisingly
Tiger is literally on its last legs in this movie like Salman like the craziest thing is Salman doesn't feel like he wants to do action in this movie you know what I mean like like forget action he doesn't want to move
he does it bro
it's so crazy
bro I think he's also tired bro 15 साल से आदमी अगर तू ये सब करते रहे आफ्टर पॉइंट यू लाइक भाई एआई को लेके आओ ठीक है मेरा थोड़ा डालो एआई पे और उससे कराओ ठीक है मैं आके डायलॉग दे दूंगा खत्म बिकॉज खुद भी बोल जाएगा ना भी क्या सेम चीज मारा मारी कर रहा है 60 साल का हो गया मैं तुम मेरे से अभी भी बट ये पठान कैमियो कैसा था
Pathan cameo was I mean it was nice it was I think the best part of the film for sure like the film really like oh there's like something interesting to watch but then the Pathan cameo just goes on for a very long time and the thing is that dude, the number of nameless Pakistani soldiers that have been sacrificed in this movie holy shit
just dishum
dude Tiger and Pathan have probably taken out a platoon just the two of them it's madness again like the first half is I feel much nicer than the second half and they've gone full this thing like not to I mean I don't know it's too late to spoil it or whatever but in this movie Tiger goes all the way up to the top of Pakistan's democratic system.
What?
Oh.
What the fuck does that even mean?
President I can't tell you more. I can't
President go. Prime Minister go.
I can't, like literally he has saved democracy in Pakistan.
He saved democracy.
Saved democracy.
Oh, so
in
he stops the
Pakistan.
coup from being happening.
Dude, it is nuts. I mean, nuts in all sorts of over the top ways.
You know, like I really want now. I want to watch because a Salman movie whose synopsis is exile raw agent, along with the help of other raw agents, goes to the top of the political hierarchy, stops a coup d'etat, and salvages democracy
In Pakistan.
Pakistan.
In Pakistan.
Oh, my
That's
God.
you know, it's crazy that he managed to salvage something. The word he can't say properly or
Dude,
spell out.
but the craziest thing was that, like, so usually in a Salman action movie, right, the conflict is very simple. इसने मेरे family member को मारा तो अब मैं मारूंगा, you know, that kind of like
Ah,
simplistic.
simple.
It
There
is.
though, bro, it was like
Who goes there? Salman. That is the
no. In this movie, the conflict is about where do you stand on democracy? You think it's important? I was like, क्या है ये? That was the
Wow.
conflict. Literally, it was that. So it was wild. Very, very.
You know, in response, I just read somewhere where Pakistan film industry has seen ना कि अपने इतने सारे मूवी आ रहे हैं जिसमें एक पाकिस्तानी जनरल is the main villain, right?
Yeah.
Who has this grand plan कि हम हिंदुस्तान की तबाही कर देंगे, you know, and he puts this plan in motion and one of our guys goes and solves it. तो उन्होंने बोला भाई इन लोग तो ऐसे बनाते जा रहे पिक्चर 1000 करोड़ 500 करोड़ या अनगिनत खोके बना रहे, हम भी बनाएंगे. तो अभी उन लोग की तरफ से ये वाला आ रहा है जिसमें अभी अपने इंडिया में their main villain is going to be India. फिर वो इधर आके डेमोक्रेसी बचाएगा अभी शायद.
Oh,
भरोसा
wow.
नहीं. कुछ
So you know, the thing is, because it's the second half is set fully in Pakistan. So so you have Urdu just thrown in there, right? So if you want to play a drinking game for Tiger 3, okay, take a shot every single time someone says Mehfooz on screen. I swear to God, it is cirrhotic levels. So एक Mehfooz tha, and second one was he goes, oh fuck, I love the there is one Salman logic to the spy universe as well. That is what the Salman logic is. That is what it is. So why do you wear a disguise? So that you hide your features and you blend into the crowd. Salman's idea stops at the first half.
what do you
You hide your features, but you stand out in the crowd. तो जाके एक disguise पहना है, which is a red beard and long hair and a bandana.
वो जो मेहंदी लगाने के बाद हो जाते हैं वो.
And the thing is, it comes at a very pivotal point in the movie where I don't want to tell you more things, but basically it comes at a moment where so he's supposed to not be conspicuous.
Isn't Tiger 3 out on OTT?
I don't know. It should be. It should be actually, but who knows? Anyway, but it's a crazy film. Like,
Yuck.
wild. तो
ब्रो ऐसे रैंडम सी देख एनिमल में भी सीन था. अगेन गाइस स्पॉइलर बट व्हाटएवर. अभी 2 हफ्ता हो गया पिक्चर को तो योर लॉस. तो बेसिकली एक सीन में रणबीर बह रहा है, ठीक है, कुछ बचा. there is something that happens because of which Ranbir can't hear, ठीक है.
No, you said एक सीन में, means I thought कि पिक्चर में there are moments वहाँ एक सीन में
नहीं
he's बह रहा है, एक सीन में वो.
you know what that reminds me of, मुझसे शादी करोगे मूवी था मालूम है, उसमें कादर खान का कैरेक्टर है, ठीक है, मिस्टर जो भी मिस्टर यू नो शुक्ला, ठीक है. तो उसके घर के बाहर एक बोर्ड लिखा है, उधर लिखा है मिस्टर शुक्ला आज बहरे हैं, ठीक है. तो when you go in you have to know he is deaf today. next day goes आज अंधे हैं, उसके बाद आज गूंगे हैं, कुछ भी एक से चलता है. वैसा नहीं है. something happens to Ranbir which is why वो सुन नहीं पा रहा है अभी, ठीक है. और उसका एक फाइनल फुल फाइट सीक्वेंस हो रहा है and they've both told their men to stop, but Ranbir and Bobby are full bare chested और एक दूसरे को बजाते जा रहे हैं ब्रो, मारते जा रहे हैं, खून निकल रहा है ये वो. फिर आफ्टर अ पॉइंट Ranbir tells him कि मैं रुक जाऊंगा अगर तू रुकेगा. बोल रुकेगा, ठीक है. और बॉबी ऐसे ऐसे देख रहा है, उसको पूरा खून से लथपथ है, ठीक है. सडनली बॉबी का एक एड है साइड में जो चिल्ला के बोलता है मेरा भाई बोल नहीं सकता, ठीक है. ये हो गया. तुम लोग एक दूसरे को ऐसे देख रहे सडनली
इसमें तो रणबीर सुन नहीं सकता.
हाँ, then Ranbir's ate from the side yells, मेरा भाई सुन नहीं सकता. हम लोग देख रहे और हम लोग हंस रहे कि ये क्या है. It's so funny. It just comes. I don't know what was the need to even put this scene, but it is like unintentionally funny. मेरा भाई सुन नहीं सकता.
Public हंसा?
हाँ, तो जोर जोर से हंस रहे कि suddenly क्या चल रहा है वापस, bro. And you know, once the villain is dead and all, you're like, अच्छा चल पिक्चर खत्म.
Yeah.
नहीं,
ये तो पोस्ट क्रेडिट.
मेरे डैडी इश्यूज अभी भी चल रहे हैं. वो सब खत्म करने के बाद वापस आता है. फिर उसका ये जो ट्रेलर में सीन है ना, बहरा नहीं हो सोच सकता होगा.
That is the post credit.
Yeah, no, it's not the post credit. It happens after the villain is dead. So everybody is confused कि एक मिनट अभी तक चल रहा है क्या पिक्चर, अभी क्या है? Because it had a very like, चल अभी मार लिया, revenge is over, हो गया. फिर उसके बाद वापस एक और डैडी इश्यूज. वो सीन चल रहा है. ब्रो कितने बार मैं अपनी घड़ी देखा हूँ कि how is 3.5 hours taking so long?
Yeah.
3.5 hours can't take 6 hours to finish. But it was चलते जाता है.
Hello, Chris Nolan.
कुछ भी चल रहा है. बट हाँ, 700 करोड़ कमाए, जिसमें 1000 रुपए मैंने भी दिए. तो jokes on me.
So guys, please watch out of Animal and Tiger 3. Please watch Napoleon.
जो तू देख के आया ना.
हाँ, अच्छा था.
No, or you can watch Killers of the Flower Moon.
ब्रो मैंने वो भी नहीं देखा. मैंने सैम मानेकशा भी नहीं देखा है ब्रो. आई रियली नीड टू सी सैम बहादुर. सैम बहादुर नहीं, आई नो, बट आई एम वेरी सैड अबाउट दैट आई हैव टू वॉच.
You know, like decorated war hero, इतना अपना जिताया, ये वो well researched movie, फलाना टिमका, 40 करोड़. पापा सादा criminal, अर्जुन वैली रे 700 करोड़.
एक मिनट, you're saying once Sam Bahadur is made only 40 crores?
I mean, I'm not Tarun Adarsh, but yeah, that's the last thing I saw. Guys, my facts and figures don't take it at face value.
Trade business में क्या चल रहा है?
That's the difference. Like 100 crore type भी नहीं बनाया. You're saying like
there's a difference of 620 crores, bro. That's the difference. That's the difference. 650 crore का.
You think if he had released it on another weekend, it would have helped? You think? I'm just curious. I don't know why we're doing trade business conversation.
Yeah. What is this Bollywood hangama? Hello, मैं हूँ तरन आदर्श, ये है कोमल नाथा, और ये है नेविल नहीं नाथा.
I thought you all would do Nikat Kazmi, but the callback, but alas.
See, Nikat Kazmi I think had integrity.
Yeah, she can't be on the panel with Taran and Komal and I.
तो चलो, ये बॉलीवुड न्यूज और बॉलीवुड मूवी का रिव्यू तो हो गया. कौतुक, तेरे पास कुछ मसालेदार वियर्ड न्यूज था, मैंने सुना.
Yes.
बताइए.
Okay, so basically these are some news pieces and news articles from they're not exactly current, but they're so outlandish and wild, and just some of these things are just outstanding. Okay, so I started with this one. All right, just tell me what you would do in this situation, and who do you think, what is happening here? Okay, who do you think is right? Starts with Nigerian man steals 10,000 from girlfriend, uses it to win lottery worth 10 million, gives her back 10,000.
गलत. ये गलत है.
उसने
But how did he?
Huh?
He stole money from her.
He stole 10,000. He stole 10,000 from her.
Why did he give it back then?
Because he's like, मैंने तेरे 10,000 से ये.
अरे, but then you're admitting to the crime, na? If she didn't find out, how does it matter?
ये सही है. Didn't think of that. The guy basically went back and he said कि, or possibly she knew that he had stolen it by that point.
He should have given 5 million 10,000. I feel if he wanted to do it right, he should have given 5 million 10,000.
He's 100 billion, wow.
Oh, 100 million. Then he should have
100 million. He has 100 million.
Oh, then he should have given back 50 million and 10,000. I feel.
But bro, it's easy to say this when you are not the one winning 100 million. ठीक है? ये ऐसे एकदम righteous है, no यार, मैंने चोरी किया, उससे मैं उसको पैसा दूंगा.
अरे 10 million तो दे सकता था ना, 10,000 का.
हाँ, वो तो देना चाहिए, 1
So-
मिलियन तो देना चाहिए.
surprise, his girlfriend has vehemently rejected this proposition of him returning 10,000. She has demanded that he give 40 million at least,
Yeah.
and says that on the premise that the invested funds belong to her, and so she has a right to the thing.
So
She's
40
also
million
threatening
plus
to leave
10,000,
him.
or she's okay with 40 million? I think the 10,000 should be the real issue is the 10,000 bucks, I feel.
The real issue is this guy. He's the real issue because
Animal, my son's a criminal.
Georgia son's a criminal. Criminal. This Nigerian man's a criminal.
Oh,
तो
man.
10,000 डॉलर चोरी किया, मतलब it's not 10,000 डॉलर कितना चोरी किया?
It's not dollar, it's the
Yeah, that's what 10,000 dollars is a lot of money.
it's the
like
Nigerian
लाखों.
currency.
हाँ, लीरा ना, नहीं नीरा ऐसे कुछ तो है ना.
Naira.
नीरा
It's the
ना,
naira.
नायरा.
Yeah. So he stole 10,000 naira, won 10 million naira, and
अच्छा तो जीता भी
nicely
10
because-
million. 10
sorry,
million
100 million. He won, yeah, 100 million. And
मतलब क्या 40 रुपया जीता, कितना है?
No idea.
50
But-
डॉलर.
No.
But-
100 million is, sorry, what? Nigerian, one sec, I'll just do the maths. 100 million ना, 1,000, 10,000, फिर क्या होता है? lakh, 10 lakh, one more. कुछ 10 करोड़ के करीब 10 लाख के करीब जीता है. नहीं, 10 लाख है क्या ये? नहीं, 1 करोड़ 54,000 ऐसा कुछ है मैथ्स. I don't know maths, man.
You know counting?
So guys, as per Neville's calculation, he has won anything between 10 lakhs and 1 crore.
Yeah, somewhere there. I think. I don't know maths.
So
तू क्या
please
करता,
let us know in
कौतुक?
the comments below.
कौतुक तू क्या करता? तू क्या करता?
ये अच्छा question है यार. I think I would split it 49-51.
You would split it.
Yeah, 49-51. Because although I stole it, it was still my luck that got the thing. So I get 1 million extra for the luck.
But what is stupid is that he has gone and said.
Yeah, no? Like a good boy, he's like, by the way, मैं 100 million कमा लिया, but ये ले तेरा 10,000.
You could have just said, "Arey, is this your 10,000 naira? I just found it." और वापस दे दे. Hey, did you drop it somewhere? और ऐसे दे देना यार. जो जाके खुद के पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मारा है.
But 40 million naira, अगर उसने दिया भी रहेगा, you guys are not understanding the problem I have. I think
What
that
is the problem?
that the 10,000 is very important
It is.
because somewhere he has to be hit. That 10,000 has to constantly, he has to feel the pinch of the 10,000. It's not the pinch of. It's not the pinch.
No, but
of,
Baba, he already felt the pinch, no? Which is why he went back with that 10th. Nicely he went, no? Full with integrity. He's like, listen, I
no,
stole
this
the
is
money.
no integrity.
I'm giving the
If
money
you given
back.
him only, if he 10,000, 100 million जीत के अगर नहीं जीतता तो क्या देता उसको? थूक. मतलब you don't understand. If he didn't win, then.
But what if the way he managed to steal the money from her is by sending her an email saying Nigerian prince is coming and only to meet him you need to give 10,000 naira. उसके गर्लफ्रेंड ने वो दे दिया, वो उसने ले लिया.
हाँ.
ठीक है, तो
और वो खुद
गलती कर-
प्रिंस बनकर आता है बाद में. Oh. But you
इन
know
लोग
what?
ये सब ट्रिक हम लोग पे यूज करते हैं क्या? एक दूसरे पे नहीं करते उन लोग वहां पर.
So,
उन लोग को मालूम है इंडिया में कोई चुतिया बेटा है जो अग्री करने वाला है.
the thing that really got me in this whole article was, it says the man is said to be in a dilemma as he doesn't want to lose his girlfriend and is also not keen on parting with the 40 million she's demanding. भाई के problems बहुत अलग है.
Classic dilemma, but 40 million की girlfriend.
नहीं, इसको
40 million की girlfriend.
इसको चाहिए गर्लफ्रेंड जो 40 मिलियन ना मांगे. हाँ, उसको ऐसे आइडियल ये चाहिए उसके दिमाग में.
Oh. But baby, I'm giving 10,000, no? I took only 10,000, no?
मेरे को ये जानना है कि उसने चोरी कब किया है ये. Like was it in the night when she was asleep? तो उसने 10,000 रुपए उसका पर्स से निकाला है कि उसके अकाउंट से ट्रांसफर करके ऐसा जीपे से. Like how has he done this? I want to know. That I think
बट व्हाट आर द ऑड्स ब्रो, ये करने के बाद भी वो लॉटरी जीत गया?
Yeah.
क्या, व्हाट इज दिस लक?
Yeah.
कि पहला पकड़ा नहीं गया 10,000 रुपए चोरी करते।
मेरे को पता है, तेरे को लगता है वो बोलता है कि लॉटरी जीता नहीं होता?
No,
मैं
of
वही
course
बोल
not.
रहा हूँ,
Of course not.
मैं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ।
Of course not. Okay, chalo, let's move to the next one. All right. This one is it's also nuts. Okay, so basically the story is 1 second. Yeah, here. Here's the headline. Okay, disgusted with nothing to steal, gang leaves rupees 500 at techie's house in Delhi.
Disgusted with nothing to...
किसके
Just
इधर
take a
गए इन लोग?
second. So
तो
basically,
स्टूडेंट के घर पे नहीं जानेगा ना
नहीं।
चोरी करने के लिए।
ओह सॉरी, मेरे को लगा कोई टेक ब्रो के घर पे चले गए।
No, it's a person who works in tech. He's not a student. So basically they found that the house had been broken into, the lock had been broken, and when they entered the house, they saw that everything had been opened, but this family did not keep any of their valuables in the cupboards. Okay, तो देखा कि सब खुला था, कुछ लिया नहीं था, और उधर एक 500 का नोट छोड़ के गए थे पब्लिक।
ये अच्छा चोर है ब्रो, कि चोरी करूंगा नहीं तो मैं इसकी हेल्प तो कर दूं, बेचारे के पास कुछ नहीं है, तो ये ले ग्रोसरीज खरीद ले।
हाँ यार, तेरा तो हालत हमारे से खराब है। प्रकाश,
No, imagine calling the cops saying there was a break-in in my house. What did they take? No, they gave. What do you mean they gave?
Yeah, they gave me 500. Bro, you know, in this, but talking about breaking into people's house and stealing things, did you read this hilarious thing that has happened to our man Keanu Reeves?
क्या हो गया?
His house was broken into
हाँ.
by robbers wearing ski masks,
Oh man.
who stole his firearm, the only one that he had. They stole it. That's the one thing they stole from the house. Now पूरा इंटरनेट पागल हो रहा है कि there are 4 movies out there explaining why this is not a good idea. Why of all people would you go? एक तो कियानो रीव्स इतना अच्छा है, ठीक है, चल वो अलग बात, और वो जॉन विक है,
हाँ.
उसके घर पे आके उसकी गन चोरी करके आया, तो people are in splits online की चीजें of all the things that you could do.
Maybe it
Why
was
would
that.
you?
I think it was that only. चल देखते हैं जॉन असली में क्या करता है।
भरोसा नहीं है ब्रो, जॉन विक 5 का लीक स्क्रिप्ट होगा।
हाँ।
But here's the thing, okay? So this, the fact that these robbers left 500, it's not the only incident. Okay, like I don't know if this is, it tells you about the state of the economy or not, but basically in Delhi, there were on one CCTV camera, they had captured this incident where these robbers held up a couple, okay, to mug them, and they found out that the couple only had 20 rupees on them. So the robbers have very nicely given them 100 rupees, said sorry, and left.
Wow.
So I think या तो दिल्ली में चोर बहुत कॉन्शियस वाले हैं, या
Yeah,
I also think that this thing also there might be a slightly self-serving purpose to giving the 100 rupees. It is like bro, किसी का अभी किसी को पकड़ा है, अभी ये जाके पुलिस वाले को कंप्लेन करेगा तो पूंगी बच जाएगा, बिकॉज खाली फोकट का हम लोग को कुछ मतलब चाय वाय पिया नहीं, ग्लास तो रब 12 आना हो जाएगा, तो 100 रुपए दे देते हैं, तो कम से कम खुशी खुशी से कंप्लेन तो नहीं करेंगे, देन वी कैन गो अबाउट आवर बिजनेस।
बट क्लियरली किया, क्योंकि अभी अपने को मालूम है ये हुआ है, तो
नहीं
किसी को तो...
ये शीशी टीवी,
अच्छा शीशे टीवी पे,
शीशी टीवी पे।
But what an alibi to have कि अरे
Yeah,
तुम
no?
चोर हो, नहीं हम तो हेल्पर है, व्हाट डू यू मीन, तुमने हेल्प किया, हाँ तुमने गन पॉइंट पे हेल्प किया, हाँ हमने गन पॉइंट को बोला कि ये 100 रुपए लो और जाके कुछ खरीद लो बच्चों के लिए। अरे क्या बात है, थैंक यू सर।
यही तो थी जवान की स्क्रिप्ट। तो okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
We're going to meet in this story we're going to meet the world's richest beggar. Okay, can you guess their net worth?
Oh yeah, I think this is a
In crores.
One particular person.
Yeah, one guy.
Yeah.
किधर है, इधर इंडिया में, बाहर है, किधर है?
I think
Indian.
he's
Indian.
He's Indian or Brazilian?
He's Indian.
10-15 करोड़,
100 करोड़ के ऊपर है ना?
नहीं
100 करोड़ नहीं होगा,
नहीं,
10 करोड़
नहीं,
होगा
नहीं।
शायद, 70 लाख क्या
नहीं,
है?
it is 7.5 crore.
तो मिलियनर है वो बेसिकली.
Yeah. His name is Bharat Jain, and I don't know if you can call it works, but he works in Mumbai. So he
So
is.
now that the secret is out, next time I see this guy, मैं
How will
उससे
you know
मांगेगा
him?
कुछ. तो अभी कौतुक
So
knows him, तो he'll tell me.
Arey, but
so
Kautuk
there is
knows he will
there is
come
a
as disguised as Salman. Now I'm assuming he runs a racket. You know that thing that our parents used to tell us, na, that don't give them money, they go and give it to their boss. He
But it's
so
true.
so the
He
thing is,
probably
this is a article from Hindustan Times. Okay, came out on July 7th, 2023, and it's about Bharat Jain, the wealthiest beggar in the world. Okay, so here are some of the craziest things about this. Okay, so basically his backstory was that due to financial instability, Jain was unable to pursue formal education, though he is a married man with a family that includes a wife, 2 sons, his brother, and his father. Despite his humble beginnings, he has accumulated 7.5 crore, and his monthly earnings from begging range between 60 and 70,000 rupees.
Wow.
He further owns a 2 BHK in Mumbai.
Wow. क्या बात
Worth
कर रहे हैं भाई, क्या बात कर रहे हैं. इधर अपन बैंक से लोन लेते जा रहे हैं. That's nuts. You know, but
Wait, one
there
second.
was.
It's not over. It's not over.
Oh, there's more.
He owns a 2 BHK flat in Mumbai worth 1.2 crore and owns 2 shops in Thane that rent for 30,000 per month.
Oh, I also read this. Now it's coming back to me. तूने
Yeah,
जब
I've
बोला.
read this story.
He
That's what I was saying.
reportedly begs at prominent locations, which is Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus Railway Station and Azad Maidan. So, and he
That's
lives in a
nuts.
1 BHK in Parel. So,
टाउनी है.
yeah, dude, but that's nuts, no? Can you imagine?
Dude, I remember when I used to read, मुंबई में रहता था ना पहले.
Yeah.
तो एक, I'm talking about at least 10, 12 years or maybe even more. There was this reporter from Mumbai Mirror who did like like almost like an investigative in the field piece where they were trying to figure out this, that you know how
How much
much
they make.
do you make as a beggar, and you know this, and they're syndicates. They make poor kids beg, and you know then you have to go give the money from which they barely get anything. Whatever, you also seen that in Slumdog and all of that, right? So this guy did it for 1 month. वो भी पूरा गेटअप वेटअप सब लगा के जाके बैठता था.
The
He,
reporter.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And I'm going to find this article, but if I'm not mistaken, I might be incorrect, but if I'm not mistaken, वो 40,000 के आसपास कमाया था, 25 से 40,000 के बीच में कमाया.
Come on.
ऐसा कुछ तो था. My figures might be a little off, but I remember this entire thing that they had done back in the day.
Yeah, it's truly crazy. Like the fact that
एक मिनट, अभी उसने अगर दुकान रेंट पे डाला है फिर भी he is begging.
I think that's the thing. I think it's more a psychological thing than a necessity at this
Yeah,
point.
no, I think now it's not even that. I think it's like, no, like this is my job. I've the wealth,
Yeah,
the amassment of wealth has nothing to do with quitting your job. Like if this is your job, this is your job.
that's you know what the sketch in that is ki while everybody else wakes up in the morning and has a bath to go to work.
इसका उल्टा है.
इसका उल्टा है कि मैं काम पे जा रहा हूँ तो थोड़ा बाल खराब करके
ये घर पे आके नहाता है.
ब्रो, लेकिन अगर तेरे पास 2 दुकान है और एक 2 BHK जो तू रेंट करता है, उसमें भी काफी पैसा आ रहा होगा ब्रो उसको.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. He clearly doesn't need to beg. Now, if he's begging, then it's but there was a psychological thing about this, by the way. I was reading up about this. There are certain people who, for whatever reason, one way or the other, they have money, but they choose to live in squalor because they don't feel like they're part of society, or they don't feel like they're like, so in a lot of small towns, people know them and they talk about them fondly. They're like, "Haan, he's that guy who lives at the edge of town and that's his lifestyle." And the whole town supports him. He's like, "Yeah, meaning hai wo, acha hai, dikhta hai idhar udhar." So it's like that. But
Okay.
yeah, crazy, mind blowing. Okay. Next up, this is peak, beautiful. Okay. All right. Here's the headline. Man gets drunk with stranger who drives off with his car. Okay.
Man gets?
Drunk with stranger who
Huh.
drives off with his car. Okay.
Okay.
Now here's what happened. This took place in Delhi. And Amit Prakash, who lives in Greater Kailash too, he was out drinking and he meets this guy at this bar, whatever they're drinking together, a stranger, right? So Amit is slightly drunk and the stranger offers ki I'll drive you back home. Okay. The guy says, chal, chal. So the stranger is driving his car. Now, when Amit reaches his place, the
He gets
stranger
off and
doesn't
goes,
nikal
I see
ja.
you.
And the guy bounces with his car.
Wow, bro.
Yeah.
What?
ये लॉन्ग स्कैम है. शराब पी रहा है उसके साथ, फिर घर छोड़ रहा है, ये वो. To be able to identify this gent, that this person would be like this.
But but Baba, can you think of that moment where he has that realization, right? Where he suddenly goes, "एक second, गाड़ी तो मेरी थी."
Wow, bro. ये किधर कहाँ हुआ था? इंडिया?
Delhi.
Wow, bro.
And here's the thing. Sorry, I forgot to mention this. Recognition came to him a day later.
Yeah, it would have been a morning thing only.
Yeah,
कि वो खुद ऐसा गाड़ी का चाबी किधर है बेबी करके गाड़ी में बैठने वाला है और गाड़ी ही नहीं है.
But you know that just shows how trusting we sometimes can be, right, as human beings. कि यार चल, एक तो this guy didn't know each other, right? They didn't know each other.
Yeah.
वो किधर तो मिला है, तो stranger to know that ये बेवड़ा है, कि इसको पीना पसंद है, I will approach him with that thing. I will take him, get him drunk. Right? And hey, you're automatically more trusting and this and that. So they help you out. Right? वो कितना सोच रहा हो क्या? I'm so lucky यार, इतना अच्छे लोग हैं. He agreed to drive me. और सुबह उठ के तेरी माँ.
No, and you know the scam that had happened, right? Like I'm trying to think of when this happened, but there was an entire what is it called, Kautuk?
Gang.
Yeah, but slightly more.
What are you trying to say?
This was one.
You have done this. Syndicate.
It was many, syndicate-ish kind of thing where there was this scam kind of thing that was running.
Group of criminals.
Yes. So they were all thing where they all used to pose as valets outside fancy restaurants. तो पब्लिक आया और वो ऐसा हेलो सर ये सब करके गाड़ी लेके कल्टेश. Now for some time in the beginning, so they apparently this story had it really it's from memory, so I don't remember, but what happens is it was they got more and more brazen as time went by, because what would happen is they first started where they would drive the car to a location and then see whatever was in the car and start stealing. So, for example, स्टेपनी को रिप्लेस कर दिया फगोल टायर के साथ, ऐसा सब स्लोली अगर कुछ वैल्यूबल्स है गाड़ी में तो वो उठा लिया, ये सब करता था. देन स्लोली दे स्टार्टेड रिप्लेसिंग पार्ट्स. तो तेरा नया एयर फिल्टर है तो उसको पुराना एयर फिल्टर कर दिया. बिकॉज यू आर सिटिंग इन द रेस्टोरेंट, 1-1.5 घंटा है ना, तो जो भी निकाल सकता है निकाल के कर रहा था.
Wow,
टिल फाइनली दे रीच्ड अ प्लेस वेयर दे वर लाइक चल ना, अभी किसी को फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है तो ब्रो गाड़ी ही चोरी करते. तो कट टू गाड़ी.
Bro, in fact there is a movie, like I think this is a long running scam that has happened across countries.
For sure.
Not one group doing it, but
Sure.
like हर country में खुद का चल रहा है. There's a David Tennant movie where he drives to this fancy restaurant or whatever, और वहाँ restaurant पे जो दो बंदे काम करते हैं valet वाले, ये ऐसा scam करते हैं. So basically one guy, he actually works there, right? So he'll take the car, he'll take the thing, he'll sit in the car, he'll go ahead, he'll give the car to his friend. The friend will use the car ka GPS. Check home ka location, because you know that this person is not at home at that point, or at least you assume that is what is happening. They take the car, go to the house, they go sneak in and they try and rob the house or whatever, come back, because dinner के लिए 1-1.5 घंटा लगेगा, 1-1.5 घंटे में जाके फटाफट करके आता हूँ. Except in this case David Tennant is a वाकड़ा guy. So these two guys bite off more than they can chew. And then what happens? It's a damn good movie. I forget the name. And David Tennant is anyway like fantastic.
Yeah, David Tennant is great.
So
Yeah. There's been a murder.
बट यू नो ये कभी कभी भी इधर बॉम्बे में नहीं हो सकता ये वाला स्कैम कि तू इधर
क्यों?
बैंड्रा के रेस्टोरेंट के बाहर से लिया फिर होम देखा तो होम 1.5 घंटा दिखा रहा है क्योंकि जस्ट 5 किलोमीटर है लेकिन 1.5 घंटा देखो यू वुड हैव टू होप दैट पब्लिक खा के उधर ही सो जा रहे हैं रेस्टोरेंट पे क्योंकि 1.5 घंटे में तू घर पहुंच के चोरी करके वापस नहीं आ रहा है.
Oh, by the way, sorry. This story becomes slightly better. Okay, this guy with the car driving story, because the guy got befriended by this scamster. They drank together. The guy got into his own car. The stranger was driving. The stranger stopped the car and told him, "Hey, why don't you take the metro home from here?" So the guy has gotten out of his own car. He's like, "Chal, bye." Got
Thanks, metro tak choda, bro.
Has bought a ticket, gotten onto a train, gotten off the train, reached home, gone to sleep, woken up, then realized.
So he just assumed that his friend drove him to the metro.
But what would have been great is at the bar he'd be like, तेरा वो टिकट देना वैले का मैं गाड़ी लेके आता हूँ. तो वो टिकट लिया है. फिर
Fuck.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Truly, beauts.
So guys, if people come to you and randomly offer you to take you to a bar to drink, please don't.
Yeah. Just okay. Next up we have this, right?
No, this is this.
So here's
Good.
the next story. Okay, Belgian pranksters entered a $2.7 supermarket wine in a prestigious French wine competition where it won a gold medal.
क्या बात कर रहा है?
Okay, so basically this guy was a former top sommelier, Eric Boschman, and staffers from a Belgian consumer magazine and TV program who found the cheapest wine they could find. Okay, put a new label on it, called it Le Chateau Colombier, and sent it into this competition. The judges have deemed it, quote unquote, exceptional, very interesting, and lauded its suave and edgy and rich palate with its clean, youthful aromas and a promise of nice complexity.
You know, this is actually happening because this guy was a sommelier. So they've taken it at face value that चल ये अगर दे रहा है तो कुछ तो अपना काम आसान हो जाएगा तो इसको जिता देते हैं.
No,
I won't.
The sommelier has entered the thing to make a point कि ये जो
कुछ भी
wine
चल रहा है.
competition है, हाँ, they're out of their depth and they have no idea what they're saying. So he has literally bought the cheapest wine at a supermarket and dumped it, changed the label.
That's what I'm saying. The judges or whoever have said that because in their head also चल रहा है ये तो अपना ये तो निगत खाजमी है. इसने अगर पिक्चर देखी तो अच्छी होगी तो 5 star. Then realize कि अरे ये तो छापा हुआ है. You know what I mean? Fuck,
but
crazy.
I do agree with some of like Bawa and I keep having this debate, right? Ki how much of the thing is like, I'm sure there is some palette, this, that, and the other, but some of it is just like a lot of kind of thing is just faffing.
No, there's an entire documentary on ये वाला कि पूरा ये जो वाइन कलेक्टर वाइन वाले पब्लिक है ये कितना बड़ा स्कैम चल रहा है. Because you know the Koch brothers, right? KOCH. So they have this massive collection of like the craziest wines. Their wine cellar is itself worth millions. वो सब type के है. They had found out that some of the ones that they were sold that they paid top dollar for was all scams. So this time I will put the name of the documentary in the thing.
No, there are tons of these things where this conversation constantly exists, right? Like, and the argument always goes to sometimes an economic one, which is to say that whatever the market pays is what is the value of the object or the good, right? And whatever the
see, it's called Sour Grapes. What a great title! It's called Sour Grapes, which basically deals with this infamous wine fraud who swindled billionaire investors of monumental sums of monies in the early aughts.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
and also just one quick more scam, since we're talking about scams. Can we talk about this Sean Schon Sean scandal?
What?
Yeah, that's the name of this guy. He's a German physicist called Jan Hendrik Schon. He's a German who briefly rose to prominence after a series of apparent breakthroughs with semiconductors. Okay. And later, they were found to be fraudulent. All these papers that he wrote, all of these things were things. Before that, he has won 3 or 4 global prizes. He has won Outstanding Young Investigator by the Materials Research Society. He has won Otto Klung Verberbank Prize for Physics. So he's won all of these things. And then finally, he has even tried to create a system where he's almost conned the Nobel Committee into nominating him for this thing.
How did he get caught?
I'm assuming someone actually did research.
Someone checked it out.
Someone checked it out. So I think
This reminds me a lot of the Elizabeth Holmes story.
Yeah, वो जो ये ना self testing क्या diabetes वाला ना, that you could do your blood test at home. उसका भी एक banging documentary है और even with Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah.
Dude, she has acted so well in that series.
Yeah.
Like you can't unsee. Like you hear her talk, and you know that's how she does this thing with her mouth, which is so crazy, and she to maintain that throughout was damn good.
The craziest thing about the Elizabeth Holmes story was this. So, for those of you who don't know who she is, Elizabeth Holmes basically rose to prominence and was lauded as being the next Steve Jobs because she promised a way of making blood tests very convenient to the point where you could do it
affordable.
Affordable, convenient, and easy. So, like you could do it at home and that kind of thing. The only problem was that this technology didn't exist. She hadn't created it. It was all a lie, right? So the intention was there, but she wasn't able to execute it. Did that stop her from asking for money? Did it stop her from asking VCs and trying to make this happen? No.
Dude, and they funneled so much money, right? She has gone to congressmen and gotten them involved.
Millions and millions of dollars, right? So she gets to the point where she's on the Forbes cover and all that stuff, right? Like lauded as this visionary person who's going to revolutionize biotech. Then what happens is all of it comes crumbling down. But one incredible detail about this whole thing was that, so every time she used to speak, firstly she used to mimic Steve Jobs in the way that she would wear these like
full black
black turtlenecks. So, and she would always speak in a baritone. So she would always sound like this.
She would always talk like this.
Exactly.
Why are you talking like Sean Connery?
Because she used to also talk like that.
Like Sean Connery. But the craziest part, Baba, was that even her voice was fake.
But she's gone the whole 9 yards, bro.
Full. So basically, she had the insight ki, as a woman, I don't get taken seriously if I have a high-pitched voice. So I'll make my voice a baritone. The craziest thing was in some interviews, she would slip up. so exactly that would happen. So that was a wild story. Okay. Lastly, we'll end with this. I
also have one after you.
Okay, go for it. Do you want to go for it?
No, you finish yours.
Okay, let me finish this. Okay. This is the headline. Okay. The headline is angry at not being served tea. Nagpur doctor leaves surgery midway. Probe ordered.
He left surgery midway.
I think I've read this story. This is pretty recent. This is not
This is very recent.
Very recent. Yeah. I've seen this. Yes.
Yeah. So basically the story was that there were 8 women who had been scheduled for a family planning surgery. Okay. And this doctor, so all of the women were anesthetized. Okay. They're under anesthesia and the doctor performs 4 surgeries. Okay. Successfully. After that, the doctor calls for tea. When the tea is not brought, the doctor just leaves.
और उधर पेशेंट पड़ा है.
leaving 4 patients under anesthesia. So they had
Bro,
to
how
scramble.
desperately did he want chai, bro?
Exactly. So they had to scramble. The district medical officer had to scramble, and they sent another doctor to complete the surgeries on the anesthetized patients.
उसको चाय मिला कि नहीं?
So
Imagine.
I have no idea. I have no idea. It doesn't go on to say, but basically the probe is being ordered now. कि तू छोड़ के कैसे गया? Bro, like, can you imagine? Like, it's so crazy that this could happen. Like, can you imagine going in for a surgery?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
or it's a very important surgery, right? Like, you're already stressed and anxious, और फिर तेरे को पता चला कि तेरा डॉक्टर
Bro,
बैठ ही गया.
I'm never going to be able to go under anesthesia without making sure. भाई आपने चाय वाय पी लिया है ना सर? आपको कुछ चाहिए? चाय बिस्किट खाना वाना सब खा लिया है? हाँ, please. Once I go under, don't leave me and bounce, please. Complete it. Complete it. Okay, so I'll tell you one thing. Okay, I found this one crazy article. It's a story about this guy called Lal Bihari. Okay, from Uttar Pradesh. So basically, it's an old story. अभी मैंने पढ़ा. So in 1976, 20-year-old Lal Bihari, he applied for a loan from a bank in Azamgarh, and he was denied. Right? So can you tell me on what grounds you think he was denied?
I know this.
I also know this.
Okay, so great. So audience, can you write in the comments before you listen to the rest of the story what it was about? Anyway,
No cheating.
so, yeah, no cheating. Guess. So he was denied the loan on the grounds that he was dead. He is dead as per the government records. So he's like, what the fuck? I am quite alive. Okay, then he realized that his uncle had bribed a government official 300 rupees.
To kill him.
Okay,
Wow.
to have his nephew declared deceased so that he could inherit all of Lal Bihari's ancestral land holdings.
1 second, what year was this? Because 300
1970, वो 300 रुपए के लिए big गया,
हाँ,
but 1976 वो भी adjusted for inflation कितना
yes,
होगा?
yes, that makes sense.
20-30 हजार होगा. Anyway, so he went to a council who said that this is a very common case that happens in this area, and you know, to revoke a death, it would take years.
Until you
Yeah,
actually
so-
die. And then it just becomes a
Then-
self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly. Then there's no point. So he wanted to get people's attention towards the fact that stuff like this happens, right? So he started, firstly, what he did was he changed his name to Lal Bihari Mritak. Mritak basically means dead. Then he's like, अरे इससे भी कुछ हो रहा नहीं है. So he started committing crimes in the hope that the police catch him, find out who he is, and they'll be like, अरे ये तो लाल बिहारी है, तो जिंदा है. But hey, ये dead है. So he's like anything to get attention, including kidnapping the child of the uncle who did this to him. उसने वो भी किया, वो भी नहीं हुआ. Okay, then finally he went around finding people. Oh wait, he also contested general elections against Rajiv Gandhi and VP Singh.
Wow.
Okay,
While he was dead.
he is alive
while
now.
he was dead.
Yeah, but on paper, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then
Imagine losing to a dead man.
yeah,
You'd
that
have to
would
quit politics.
suck. Yeah, कि sir अभी ये तो आप there's no resurgence from here. Anyway, then he found out because he was told that this is a common thing. He went around finding more people who've gone through the same thing to then sort of raise awareness and all of that. And this deed won him the 2003 IG Nobel Prize for Peace.
The Ig Nobel Prize.
Ig Nobel. Okay, so because for his like triple accomplishment, firstly leading an active life even though he has been declared legally dead. Secondly, waging a lively posthumous campaign against bureaucratic inertia and greedy relatives. And third, creating an association of dead people. Okay, so he overcame the handicap of being dead, managed to obtain a passport from the Indian government so he could travel to Harvard to accept the prize. Except the US denied him entry into the country.
Of course.
His friend there has gone, collected the Ig Nobel Prize, accepted the prize on his behalf, and then weeks later, the prize was presented to him in a special ceremony in India.
Yeah,
ये
because
2003 में हुआ था. तो अभी now he is I think officially dead. Like dead. और उसके ऊपर पिक्चर भी बन गया है जिसका नाम
बन
है
गया?
कागज. हाँ, सतीश कौशिक ने बनाया था. उस पे पंकज त्रिपाठी था.
Oh
Maybe
my.
2021 or 22. What a crazy story.
Yeah. 100%. Like, can you imagine the cops not taking this guy into prison? क्योंकि सर ये है ही नहीं आदमी, ये जिंदा ही नहीं है, क्या करूं मैं इसका?
Yeah.
He would never get the death penalty.
Yeah.
ये अदालत तुम्हें मौत सर आई एम ऑलरेडी डेड ओह हाउ डू वी किल अ डेड मैन
But to
ये
be
अदालत
fair,
तुम्हें जिंदा होने की सजा देती है अरे नहीं यार भाई मुझे
to be fair, grappling with our bureaucracy is my idea of hell. Like,
yeah it
if
is
I died and I was in hell, this is it.
It is the bad place.
Yeah.
100%.
सर आप
चलो
आपको ट्रिप्लिकेट में एक फॉर्म भरना पड़ेगा जिसमें आप लिखो कि नहीं मैं मरा नहीं हूँ, पर मैं
मतलब so
इधर खड़ा हूँ तेरे सामने। नहीं सर मुझे
corruption and bureaucracy killed him while
Yeah.
not being dead and then more corruption and going through government process will eventually kill him so like you said self-fulfilling prophecy चलो
बस
ओके लाल बिहारी के नोट पे करते हैं एंड ऑफ दिस एपिसोड ऑफ द इंटरनेट सेट सो we were discussing animal tiger and some crazy weird news let us know what you thought about animal let us know what you thought about tiger let us know if you have some other crazy weird news that we could talk about in the next episode and yeah thank you once again for selling out episode 200 on the 17th of December really excited to see you guys there and really excited to show you the episode because we are going to shoot it and yeah keep watching the internet set so make sure you like share subscribe comment listen and spread it amongst your friends families and yeah we'll see you again next week until then it's goodbye take care tata salame ishq do you tell them do you remember or not remember me kicking a mosquito to death you remember now she remembers earlier she says she didn't believe me now she's saying she has seen it huh
You have an unhealthy obsession in mosquitoes.
I have an unhealthy obsession with mosquitoes
Yeah, how you kill them,
So
why
she's
you
just
kill them,
pandering
where
to
you
you.
find them.
no she's like how I kill them मैं तो bro believe नहीं कर रहा पहले तो मैं फोटो लेता था हाथ से मारने के बाद
dude, I have once killed a mosquito. It had so much blood. It was a crime scene. ऐसा मारा ना, there was blood splatter. I swear, like on my walls and stuff. You have to explain it to the cops.
that's Dexter mosquito edition
यार ये
मस्त है कौतुक
Stop it.
समझ गया तेरे मच्छर नहीं आएंगे डोंट वरी
it's too beautiful.
Stop it.